So that does mean Gankstars just needs to most likely finish out a comp they feel comfortable with. It's not so much about the counter. With Blackfeather taken, I do feel like Rona moves up into the top priority position here.
Rona with a double heal, like that is the double heal comp that we used to see. The only other thing I could really see being strong with it would be a Lance or a Krull. We have yet to see Krull at the Unified Championship, so I would like to see it, and there it is! Yes!
They get the Krull pick. So, very different compositions coming in.
We're hoping not. We're obviously hoping, we go through, we have a great game series here, but the inconsistency is a point to keep in mind.
Yeah, well, we are going to jump onto the Halcyon Fold forecourt for Game 1 of this series, and like you mentioned, Gankstars, they were well prepped for Tempo Storm, but a spanner in the works with the upset from Immortals against Hammers, not really expected, means that perhaps they put a lot of prep work into a G2 matchup, was a little bit more expected as far as brackets are concerned. Right now, though, they are playing aggressive, and I'm the Doom. There's nothing he can do. Currently, it is just going to be the counter invade as Team Secret sends Tricky and Justman over to the other side to make sure no gold is lost out, but choking out I'm the Doom is a really good start by Gankstars.
Yeah, but both sets of backs will actually go over to Team Secret, so they're not really going to be feeling any kind of burn on this one. And Xenotech, in jungle by himself, at least earlier on, it's not the fastest clear. He is going to be very durable. As we said, there's a lot of self-sustain here for this crew, so early on, especially with Justman not getting into that stuff situation, it could take a while to start seeing some bloodlust coming through.
Talked to Team Secret this morning, and they said, keep an eye on I'm the Doom. He will either win or break this game for us. If he is able to keep consistent in the jungle, then Team Secret feel their game is that. But Gankstars clearly wanting to make sure that Doom's life is a misery. Here comes Xenotech around the corner to try and start the fire for Gankstars. I'm the Doom should be able to get under his turret, but the smite is there. Not quite at the damage. Now, Tricky roaming on down on this Blackfeather. It looks like Team Secret want to try and punish Gankstars for this early aggression, but they just do not have the damage quite yet to be able to deal with it.
Yeah, Rakazoro even coming through, getting some pot shots, and yeah, we bring down the Celeste low, but it's not quite the kill. I'm the Doom did pick up the backs again, though, so again, not really a ton is going to be happening here in terms of that cash swing. It's still Gankstars kind of taking a little bit of an early lead with this momentum. They're kind of keeping Team Secret on the back heels, very reactionary, and well, Justman and Tricky, they're going to have their hands full with this double ranged in lane, especially Wrecked on this Lyra. He really does throw out a lot of that harass.
Well, Justman going to come in, try and find some aggression, doesn't quite land it, and that is a lot of damage being chucked back his way. You mentioned Wrecked on his Lyra. This guy loves building Storm Crown on his Lyra. First item for the extra damage, harass, and this is the kind of lane matchup he can afford to do that. Currently, I'm the Doom getting singled out in the jungle. A lot of damage onto him. Xenotech coming in. He's looking for first blood. Fire is burning away, but it's just not enough. The stun, the core collapse keeps him alive.
Yeah, I'm the Doom. Good play from him. Will not go down for that first. Justman, though, is going to be trying to make something happen here, but 2v1, especially a bit more on this captain role, he's really just hitting into the wind.
Yeah, he does not actually have any gap closing, so we'll take a pretty sizable amount of health in damage there. Not really what you want to be doing. Doesn't even have the life spring, so we'll be forced to go back immediately. Gankstars dictating so much of this early aggression.
And the early aggression is very much warranted at this point. I'm the Doom in that jungle. If Celeste does find herself in that 2v1 situation, how many attempts has Xenotech now already taken at her life? But finding that 2v1 is really what Gankstars want to do, because they get the kill, they can own both sides of the fold here in that jungle situation, and that really just kind of leaves Rakazoro to do whatever he wants there in lane, because Justman is going to be ping-ponging back and forth. He's going to be trying to cover I'm the Doom, he's going to be trying to cover that lane, but Wrecked and Araki just, again, they can really spread out or they can condense. Either way, it's still a really good strategy for these guys, and the double range nature is just kind of keeping these guys ahead.
Not only that, Xenotech, the amount of CS gold that he's stealing away from I'm the Doom is meaning that he is progressing further ahead in this jungle matchup. And if Cruel can get ahead, then he is one of the hardest melee junglers to deal with.
It's not often you do get to see a Krull get ahead, and in this situation, as he continues on, yes, he is going to go more offensive. You can see that first pickup right here. He has double healer in the back, and now even more sustain on top of his already sustain. He is not going to be something of a frontline tank. No, Xenotech is really going to be a lot of utility, but also a little bit more offensive, I feel, as time goes on.
Yeah, Poison Shift first item, increased attack speed, and of also can apply the mortal wounds. Now, there's not much innate healing healing on the side of Team Secret yet, but once Tricky builds into his own life sustain items, once I'm the Doom picks up an Eve of Harvest, then they're going to have it. Rekt has gone for that Storm Crown. We mentioned he may do it. He says that he loves doing it whenever he can realistically bully his lane opponents.
All right, so Rekt, he does go into the Storm Crown. We do have the double heal still here. Araki in lane, he picks up his first power spike there as well. 5 minutes, it's looking good for Gankstars, and they're early. I'm the Doom is, well, he's not trailing by a lot, but he is trailing, and that is not something we do get to see with the jungle matchup with that Crow. But Tricky at the same time, we're still looking for his first, big slice. He has those tier 2s, but once we hit into that tier 3, we might start seeing some of that bloodlust.
I'm the Doom, runs straight into Xenotech. Core Collapse will find the stun. Crystal Sentry getting involved. I'm the Doom managing to walk away alive. Xenotech did not want to deal with that Crystal Sentry, but he will be able to steal away the healing of that Treant. So actually he goes over to Rekt, not really the person who wanted to get that.
Storm Crown, man. Has that little bit of an extra punch by the end of it. Xenotech, I would be very surprised if he actually went into a crown. I really don't expect him to. I expect him to kind of, again, be a little bit more the damage source here for the teams, backed up by the 2 here. But he has gone a little bit more durable, and Rekt just a lot of extra health with those O-carts there as well. He's going to be pumping out those heals.
Not only that, that's double minion candy. Gangstar's are setting up to push this lane. Pop them into candies, they've gone down now, and they can just start hammering away at this turret. Not only do they have the range potential, but Rekt, with the true damage to objectives, is going to be able to take that turret even quicker with his Storm Crown. So Gangstar's really prioritizing the push, and Team Secret, man, they're going to struggle to clear this wave. All 3 of Gangstar's here. Xenotech onto Tricky. He cannot escape. Rose offensive away. He will be able to now. The Bright Bulwark is gone, but the turret has gone down, and Gangstar's going to take that early objective. Tricky dives in. He does get out, of course. He is so mobile in the Black Feather, but Gangstar's now with a 2,000 gold lead purely from objective.
If Tricky didn't have that level 6 timing, it could have actually been that first blood, but he does go home and he picks up that Shiv. So we have 1 on both sides. You are really going to have to prioritize it here from Tricky, because the double heal, the triple heal, whatever you want to call Xenotech's contributions to the sustain on this one, that Shiv is going to be going a long way. But still, the Hell's Heart they set up, Tricky takes the damage. He does use the Rose offensive defensively. He gets out of the situation. They lose out the turret, they lose out gold mine on top of that, and Gankstars now go from a few hundred gold to 2,000 in the blink of an eye. So minion candy set up, the Storm Crown, Xenotech coming in, everything is just really gelling here early on from Gankstars.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and we're going to see some first items start to trickle in for Team Secret. They do have that fountain now, but Tricky, he is looking for the aggression onto Rekt. They follow the portal through. It's a good force, but Araki's always wanting to get into the fight. I'm the Doom is very low on his Celeste. No real sustain yet for that CP jungler. Justman has the fountain, but it's not something that they want to pop unnecessarily.
You can still see Rekt really ahead of the curve here, just really making sure that Team Secret are going to be scattering to the wind. And as they do go back through the jungle here, like Xenotech is going to be very comfortable taking this, especially with the whole team there.
Yeah, this is going to be the Crystal Sentry just easily secured there by Gankstars. Without Tricky in possession, they really could not afford to really take a fight there. Fountain hasn't been completed by Rekt, so perhaps you could make the argument that that was the time to fight now.
Saying?
No, that fight around the Crystal Sentry could have been the time, but now that the Fountain is in play, Gankstars just feel miles ahead of Team Secret and their power curve. Going to walk into the bush, Xenotech is going to be able to walk away. That was a great boat brawl. Stops up Justman in his tracks. Stuff available. Looks like Team Secret in position to find and kill. Can they get first blood? No, they cannot. Xenotech finds it onto I Am the Doom. Tricky goes down as well, and the fight is just turned right around. Justman now looking to escape. Xenotech going to charge up his passive, and Justman, man, he's going to have to fly across that wall with the Hangry if he has any chance of surviving. Whoops. But he fails the jump. The charm from Rekt. This guy knows that he can PM Justman. Let's tilt Team Secret now, and in just a couple more auto attacks, Justman will fall. Maybe he gets away? No, he does not. 3 kills to Gangstar.
I would have said that Xeno in that speed up would have gotten it. If that wasn't going to happen, could have been the scout trap.
I'm the Doom is in position to fight Araki for this Crystal Sentry, but he is just one Celeste, and there is 3 Gankstars looking for this Sentry. It goes down, second life at 940. This dominance from Gankstars is just not being dealt with by Secret.
Yeah, 4,000 gold. The early game has definitely treated these guys well. Xenotech is going to be, he has that Aegis now finished up, but past this breaking point, very likely going to be on the horizon here. That attack speed will go up very nicely, and once you stack all that up, you're hitting with the power of something of the equivalent of 2 Sora Blades on top. And again, like, we just don't get to see Krolls go this offensive this early that often. So this is a real treat for Xeno and this double heals.
Certainly is. It's a 4,000 gold lead at 10 minutes for Gankstars as they look to position in for another fight.
Ooh.
The Hell's Heart, ooh, just scraping the hairs of I'm the Doom there. Her golden locks floating, but I'm the Doom will be able to escape with his Celeste, and so potential engage thwarted.
Okay, so while Xeno has been building up, Tricky at the same time, very similar path. He's done just a tad faster. He is that laner after all. 100 of those last hits to the 40. Xeno, disparity and all that. But Tricky is something of the power here from Team Secret. If it's going to happen, like Justman gets that stuff, and then Tricky just goes to town. That's still a winning combination, but it seems to be that the execution is just not being found here.
Team Secret are scaling is what we're saying here, is that they're attempting to scale the Celeste and the Black Mirror up. Now they're looking for the fight, diving on in, and a lot of damage is there, but Xenotech's on top of I'm the Doom, and there's nothing a Celeste can do. He finds the kill. Can they get the Iraqi? Yes, they can now. Team Secret have to group up and take this fight. A double for Tricky. The rookie on the stage is struggling to deal with this crew. Spike down, that's a kill. Xenotech finds his second, and he walks away. Justman does not want that fight.
All right, that's going to be a 2 for 2 by the end of it, but just like what we were saying there, you get that stuff, you split up, Tricky, able to get 2 kills on that one, and the scaling might not be perfect at this point, but 12 minutes in, that's some good signs of life here from Secret. They go from a 0-3 to a 5-2. They're going to stay real healthy up in lane. The wave is going to push, no problem, so there's no threat of any more objectives going over to Gankstars here. So Secret, perhaps that late game is going to kick in sooner rather than later.
Yes, I hope so, because it would be a shame for Team Secret to not get a chance to demonstrate the power of their composition. But then, in the same sentence, you have to just think about what Gankstars are doing here, just countering exactly what Team Secret wanting to do. Not only that, taking everything off the map in the process, making sure that they choke Team Secret from the gold.
That was even with I believe in, well, maybe not infusions. Those are actually very fresh there from Gankstars. But I'm the Doom did pick up second item on the back of that fight. Unfortunately, they don't have the positioning to keep that sentry going, so he's going to be out of here for the rest of this matchup. And Rekt actually got into third tier 3 item here with that contraption. The cooldown reduction on Rekt is absolutely astounding right now because he has the double cooldowns between the contraption as well as the Storm Crown, and that does translate to a lot of speed ups and a lot of healing.
And the vision game that Gankstars can now utilize in the jungle. The Crystal Sentry's gone. That jungle's open, wide open for Gankstars to walk into and play scout traps. Team Secret, they cannot even, take a bite out of an apple without Gankstars knowing about it.
And Justman into an Atlas on top of things. So you can see a lot of stuff coming together, but Secret's a bit far forward.
Yeah, Gangstar's looking to engage this fight, going straight back onto I'm the Doom. He gets melted! It's going to be tricky picking up Rekt, but does he have the damage to deal with this crew and Adagio? Stuff picks up Rocky, but Tricky is on the defensive. He does not want to take the fight, and Justman's going to have to attempt to run away. Atlas down, but I'm not sure it's enough. Justman gets smited. 2 for 1 for Gankstars.
Yeah, that attack slow doesn't mean much to Xenotech after he builds out that many stacks. He just has to hit a button to cash in. But again, like, the ideas were there. The execution still just a little bit lacking from Team Secret. The catch on I'm the Doom, the initiation from Rekt. He might have forfeited his life for it, but it's set up for that win from Gankstars.
And I have to mention that Xenotech is kind of the person right now who is destroying the Celeste. You have a Grumpjaw on your team. The most success I've ever seen against a Cruel is when Grumpjaw swallows that Cruel up and takes him far yonder, as far away from the fight as possible, to try and give their team as much time to deal with the rest of the carry and captain. I want to start seeing Justman use his ultimate onto this Cruel, and I feel if they get Xenotech away from the fight, they may have a chance, but here we go again. It is going to be Xenotech jumping on in. I'm the Doom gets destroyed. The Verse of Judgment blows him up. A double kill for Xenotech, looking for the third, and he is not going to get it. Rocky finds the ace, but that's all Gangstar's need. They are on fire.
Yeah, let's not even talk about wrecked in the portal. There was none. It's just, that was literally just walking up to Doom, finding the gap close, and then deleting him. Doom has that reflex, did not even get popped on that one. Xeno with a very quick double on a double sustain offensive measures as well. I thought that was going to be a breaking point. No, he is just really making sure that that zero stays in that death column and just walking up to these guys, no fear. It's absolutely astounding. Like, they just literally walk up, delete him, 396, the first to follow. There's nowhere here for Team Secret to go at all. They are going to chase down the very slow Grumpjaw, and just no stuffed on that one either.
Yeah, and that's the key thing. These stuffed abilities from Just Men haven't been quite finding a target quick enough to keep I'm the Doom alive. There's a bit of a responsibility on I'm the Doom to be positioned in a way that he isn't caught, but when you've got a Portal and Lyra, the distance that this crew can travel from his passive in a bush to on top of your Celeste is massive, and it's a very, very hard pick to deal with this crew.
All right, so Kroll, definitely the star of the game, 7-0-2. Xenotech's weekend is really shaping up, really fantastic, not only for his personal performance, but Gangstar is really going the distance, and this first game setting the pace into the series, 10-3 with a Kraken on the way. I mean, you really got to be feeling good about this one. And Xenotech, you know, with this Kroll, first pick, he plays Kroll quite a bit, but having an outstanding performance as the first pick of the tournament here, wrecked even just going in.
Tricky's nowhere near this fight. I'm the Doom is in so much trouble. He's trying to escape through the portal himself. Justman trying to slow everyone down, but Doom, can he escape is the question. It doesn't seem likely. It's going to be the core collapse, but he falls nonetheless. And that is going to be Gankstars now pushing with the Kraken into the base and trying to finish out this game.
Just what a catch right there, right? If the turrets go down and this Kraken just continues to do work, I mean, that statistic is just going to get better and better, but Tricky was a 0 in that fight. He was nowhere near, he did not contribute, it was a 2v3, and now it's just carnage.
Yeah, this is nothing. Team Secret can't do anything. They do not have the wave clear. 2 average turrets, a Kraken push. Well, this is looking like it will be 3 in a game. They need to make a move, Team Secret, but the first Vein Crystal does 4. Tricky trying to dive in. I'm the Doom with a Solar Storm. Gankstars are falling low, but do they have the damage, Team Secret, to keep their base alive? I'm the Doom smited by Xenotech, and that's going to be a double kill for him. Justman cannot escape. Turret 3 about to fall, and Justman knows the game is over. A triple for Xenotech to finish off game 1. Gangstar's look on